All right, I hereby call the regularly scheduled City Council meeting for Monday, February 14th at 7 p.m. to order. Will you please rise and salute the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Councilor Farwell.
Mr. President and members of the council, Michael Bishop was a member of the New York City Fire Department. He responded on 9/11/2001 to the calls that came in as a result of that incident. Unfortunately, he lost his battle to cancer this morning. He lived in this city. There will be a funeral service this Saturday from 9 to 12 at Waite Funeral Home. I know our local fire department is sending the honor guard and the fife and drum corps, but Michael Bishop was a hero, part of an incident in American history we'll always remember, and so I would ask for a moment of silence on his behalf. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, item number 1.
Item number 1, acceptance of the minutes of the January 24th, 2022 City Council meeting.
Accepted and placed on file.
Appointments. Appointment of Michele Yaffe of Brockton, Mass. as Parking Clerk for the City of Brockton.
Referred to Finance.
Appointment of Mary James of Brockton, Mass. to the Council on Aging for a 3-year term ending February 2025.
Referred to Finance.
Appointment of Attorney Shannon Resnick of Hull, Mass. to the position of Legislative Counsel to the City Council for a 2-year term ending in February of 2024.
Referred to Finance.
Report of the Public Safety Committee for its meeting of February 2, 2022.
Accepted and placed on file.
Report of the Finance Committee for its meeting of February 7, 2022.
Accepted and placed on file.
Hearings. Petition of Thompson Realty, LLC of 15 Wilson Road, Windham, New Hampshire, for a garage license transfer located at 495 Main Street, Brockton, Mass. In City Clerk's office, November 5th, 2021. Hearing assigned for February 14th, 2022. The Fire Department has no objections. All paperwork is on file.
Time having arrived, I declare this hearing open. Is there anyone here in favor? If so, please come up and give your name to the clerk and name and address, to the clerk.
Hi, I'm Kelly Thompson of 15 Wilson Road, Windham, New Hampshire. I'm the owner of Thompson Realty and Thompson Auto Glass. I purchased 495 Main Street in Brockton to open up Thompson Auto Glass. That will be my second location. So I'd like to have the garage license, please.
Thank you.
Yep.
Councilor Castro.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, this property is located in Ward 4. I'm very familiar with it, it being next door to the Charity Guild, where I volunteered for 20 years. I've had the opportunity to speak with Mrs. Thompson this evening. I think this business will be a terrific addition to Ward 4 and to the City of Brockton, and I'm going to vote for it, and I hope all of you do too for this garage license. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Is there anyone else here in favor? All right, seeing none, I declare that portion of the hearing closed. Is there anyone here in opposition? If so, please come up and give your name and address to the clerk. Seeing none, I declare that portion of the hearing closed. Question comes on granting the garage license transfer. All in favor? All opposed? Is approved.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Number 8, communications. From the mayor appointing Michele Yaffe of Brockton, Mass. as Parking Clerk for the City of Brockton. In accordance with Section 60 of the City Charter, submitting this appointment to the City Council for confirmation.
Accepted and filed.
Appointment, communication from the mayor appointing Mary James of 996 Court Street, Brockton to the Council on Aging for a 3-year term ending February 2025.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the City Clerk appointing Shannon Resnick of Hull, Mass. to the position of Legislative Counsel to the City Council for a 2-year term ending in February of 2024.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor in accordance with the revised ordinances of the City of Brockton, Chapter 2, Section 2-186, appointing Erica Pereira to the position of Assistant City Solicitor, full-time for a 3-year term effective November 1st, 2021.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor in accordance with the revised ordinances of the City of Brockton, Chapter 2, Section 2-186, reappointing Aileen Bartlett to the position of Assistant City Solicitor full-time for a 3-year term, effective February 8, 2022.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor in accordance with the Massachusetts Acts of 1990, Chapter 324, reappointing Troy Carison to the position of Chief Financial Officer for a 3-year term ending in February 2025.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the Emergency Management Director requesting acceptance of the fiscal year 2021 EMPG Grant in the amount of $51,480. No match required. This funding will be used to purchase a 2022 Polaris UTV for the fire department, flashlights, and radio equipment.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the fire chief requesting acceptance of the fiscal year 2022 firefighter safety equipment grant program in the amount of $50,000 from the Commonwealth of Mass Department of Fire Services. This is a non-matching grant with no cost to the city. The fire department intends to use this fund to purchase a thermal imaging camera.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and placed on file.
Communication from the acting chief of police requesting authorization to expend grant monies related to the fiscal year 2022 Municipal Public Safety Staffing Grant Program from the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security in the amount of $275,000.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the mayor recommending the same.
Accepted and filed.
Communication from the CFO relative to the same.
Accepted and filed.
Unfinished business. Patrick Hill of 39 Patterson Ave, Brockton, Mass. to the position of Commissioner of Public Works of the City of Brockton for a 3-year term ending January of 2025. In City Council, January 24th, 2022. Read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on confirmation by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Textera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
The appointment is confirmed.
Number 25, appointment of Monique Greenberry of Court Street Brockton, Mass. to the Zoning Board of Appeals as an alternate member for a 3-year term ending January 2025. In City Council, January 24th, 2022. Read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on confirmation by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
All right, that appointment is confirmed.
The 26, ordered that the following named sum be and the same is hereby transferred as the same was submitted by the mayor as follows. Transfer of $75,000 from election purchase of services, $20,000, from auditor purchase of services, $55,000, to auditor mail purchase of services, $75,000. This transfer is necessary due to the large mailing for the 2 elections that were held this past year. In City Council, January 24th, 2022. Read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
The order is adopted.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $718,400 from Executive Office of Public Safety and Security, 2022 Senator Charles E. Shannon Jr. Community Safety Initiative Grant. To the Brockton Police Department 2022 Senator Charles E. Shannon Jr. Community Safety Initiative Grant Fund. These grant funds will be used to pay for gang prevention efforts throughout the city. Police overtime will be used for outreach efforts for at-risk youth, including a new mentoring program to launch in the fall, hotspot suppression, and SRO/school police home visits. This award will also fund Old Colony YMCA street outreach and case management services through Safe Corners and positive youth development through Kids Connect. Boys and Girls Club memberships, summer camperships, and paid summer counselor positions. Mentoring, winter and spring clubs and workshops, a summer academy, and Kids in the Park program from Brockton Christian Mentoring Initiative, a group-based intervention program from Luminosity Behavioral Services. Prevention efforts and positive youth development through discussion groups from Health Imperatives, positive youth development through Recovery Art Projects from 24 Hour Power, Inc., and a Juvenile Justice Jeopardy Positive Youth Development Program from Strategies for Youth. This grant requires a match of in-kind services only. In City Council, January 24th, 2022, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
The order is adopted.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $150,000 from Mass Development Site Readiness Grant to the Department of Planning and Economic Development Site Readiness Grant Fund. These grant funds will be used to prepare a strategy for the implementation of the Trout Brook Urban Renewal Plan. This grant does not require a match. In City Council, January 24th, 2022, read and referred to the Standing Committee on Finance. That report was favorable.
The question is on adoption by a roll call vote. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Azak?
Yes.
Farwell?
Yes.
Lally?
Yes.
Mendez?
Yes.
Minicello?
Yes.
Nicastro?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Tavares?
Yes.
Texera?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
10 in the affirmative.
The order is adopted.
New business, orders. Number 29, ordinance. Be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Brockton, Article 2, Section 14-49, panhandling, is hereby repealed in its entirety, and the section shall be stricken in their entirety.
That is referred to the Ordinance Committee.
Number 30, ordinance. An ordinance amending Article 4, Section 27-32, C5 zone, office zones. Be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Brockton, Article 4, Section 27-32, is hereby amended by adding the following language to the list of principal permitted uses. E, research and development office or laboratory. F, independent senior residential. G, assisted care senior residential. H, business incubator. I, agricultural greenhouse. Be it further ordained that the ordinance be amended to provide the following section. Number 4, research and development or laboratory defined. The analysis, testing, and development of products or services predominantly for scientific research operations in biotechnology, pharmaceuticals, medical equipment, communication and information technology, electronics, computer hardware, and their substantial equivalents. The following standard apply. A, research and development and/or laboratory does not include activities involved in fabricating, assembling, warehousing, or sale of products for the retail or wholesale market. B, ancillary development of mock-up and prototype products is permitted so long as the total floor area devoted to their fabrication or assembly is limited to 25% of the gross floor area occupied by the use.
That is referred to the Ordinance Committee.
Number 31, ordinance. Amendment to zoning map for parcel IDs identified. Be it ordained pursuant to Section 27-5 of the City Ordinances zoning map, whereby reference is made to an incorporation of said boundaries of each of the zones established, as shown on the map entitled the City of Brockton, Massachusetts Zoning District Map, dated November 10, 1967, and thereafter amended, that said map be amended to reflect the following zoning change. Parcel ID 143-237, C2 current to C5 zone. These following parcels are all C2 current to C5 zone. Parcel ID 143-092, 143-093, 143-095, 143-097, 143-098, 143-087, 143-086, 143-085, 143-084, 143-088, 143-236, 143-077, 143-078, 143-079, 143-080, 143-081, 143-090, 143-082, 143-089, 143-083, 143-236.
As referred to the Ordinance Committee.
Item number 32, ordinance. An ordinance amending Article 3, Division 2, Section 2-127, pay plan. Be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Brockton, Article 3, Section 2-127 is hereby amended as follows. Effective date of this ordinance amendment shall be July 1st, 2022. Enforcement of this ordinance shall be subject to a supplemental appropriation by the mayor. The flat rate salaries to be paid to poll workers shall be amended by striking the language $28 per hour and inserting in its place $250 per day. Excuse me. And the following language under miscellaneous for poll workers shall be stricken. Partial hours payable in quarter-hour increments. The flat rate salaries to be paid to election wardens shall be amended by striking the language $35 per hour and inserting in its place $300 per day. And the following language under miscellaneous for election warden shall be stricken. Partial hours payable in quarter-hour increments. Further, the election warden's position shall be amended to include clerks. Adoption of the above changes shall result in the following. Category EL-W, election wardens and clerks, $350 per day. EL2, poll workers, $250 per day.
That is referred to the Ordinance Committee.
Number 33, ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $51,480 from Mass Emergency Management Agency, MEMA, to Emergency Management Performance Grant, to Brockton Emergency Management Agency Emergency Management Performance Grant Fund. These grant funds will be used to purchase a 2022 Polaris Ranger UTV for the fire department, flashlights and radio equipment. This grant does not require a match.
Referred to the Finance Committee.
Number 34, ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $50,000 from Commonwealth of Massachusetts Department of Fire Services, fiscal year 2022 Firefighter Safety Equipment Grant, to the Brockton Fire Department fiscal year 2022 Firefighter Safety Equipment Grant Fund. These grant funds will be used to purchase a thermal imaging camera. This grant fund does not require a match.
Referred to the Finance Committee.
Ordered that the City Council authorizes the acceptance and expenditure of the total grant funds in the amount of $275,000 from the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security, fiscal year 2022 Municipal Services Staffing Grant, to the Brockton Police Department, fiscal year 2022 Municipal Services Staffing Grant Fund. These grant funds will be used to pay overtime wages for patrol shift minimum staffing, shift overruns, detective investigations, restraining order service, training, community police activities, etc. This grant does not require a match.
Referred to the Finance Committee.
Number 36, resolve to have Plymouth County District Attorney Timothy Cruz present before the Brockton City Council an update on crime statistics in Brockton and what his office has been doing to address crime in the city, excuse me, as well as the programs offered through the DA's office, such as the Safe Streets meetings and programs for our youth.
Referred to the Finance Committee. We've reached the end of our regular business. Are there any counselors who would seek counselors' recognition? Councilor Azak, Councilor Mendez, Councilor Thompson.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, I would like to wish a very happy birthday to our colleague, Councilor Texera. Happy birthday. I would like to remind everyone at home that we have an ordinance meeting this Thursday, February 17th at 6 p.m. right here in Council Chambers, and it will be televised so people at home can follow us. I would like to remind everybody that Lithuanian flag raising is February 16th at 3 p.m. here in at City Hall. And lastly, the African American Association of Brockton is having a vendor expo on February 26th at Brockton Community Access, and it highlights crafters and business owners for Black History Month. So hope to see everybody there. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Counselor. Counselor Mendez.
Yes, I just want to inform everybody at home that the accounts will be meeting on next Tuesday, February 22nd at 6 p.m. at the GAR room, and that will also be televised. And the committee members have been invited, and I hope everybody shows up. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. Counselor Thompson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to give quick information regarding the Downtown Brockton Association meeting. That's going to be held virtually via Zoom on Wednesday, February 16th, between 11:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. You can go to the Brockton Downtown Association website where you can get a login for the meeting. If anybody's interested in finding out what's happening downtown, the agenda is posted on their website. It's also posted on their Facebook page. So anybody interested in learning more about what's happening downtown in Brockton, I recommend that you seek access to this meeting Wednesday, February 16th, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you,
President.
Counselor. Any other counselors? Seeing none, I want to thank you all for spending your Valentine's Day evening with me, and we are adjourned.